So welcome to Truck King. Today we're having a look at the RV that's right here behind me. That is the Shadow Cruiser Ultralight. This is about a 25-footer rear kitchen setup, and as you can already see, there's two doors on it, one directly into that kitchen, the other into the front bedroom. So before we start walking around, I just want to point out to anybody that's watching this that the first thing you want to do when you get on an RV dealer's lot is decide who you are in terms of what kind of buyer. Are you retired? Are you a young couple? Are you a family with several children? Are you somebody who's got a pile of relatives that you know are going to visit you whether you want them or not? Because that all depends on the kind of unit that you're going to look at. This thing here behind me, this is a couple's trailer. Let's go do the walk around. So what we have today is a beautiful day in November in Ontario, and that is rare as hen's teeth. So once we got out here, we not only wanted to do the RV review, but we also have this Blue Ox equalizing hitch, the Track Pro, that was loaned to us so we could give it a try. Well, we've done both. So we've actually been going up and down the road, and when you have a chance, take a look at that video to see how it handles this 5,400-pound trailer. Shadow Cruiser is a mid-level trailer in terms of price, and when you look at their content, they're actually probably a little bit above the median in terms of what they put in. So having a look at this trailer right here on the wraparound, first of all, we've got a fiberglass reinforced type plastic wall. I love this. This stuff doesn't really leak, certainly unless you get the joints going crazy on you. Other than that, we take a look at the little things like magnetic latches. And as you can see, they're not only giving you a nice pass-through, but they've gone to the trouble of actually creating some flooring and siding for it. And there's also a light in here. So this is what I mean by a little more than the medium. They've gone out of their way to add a little bit to it. Shadow Cruiser is known for their use of aluminum. So you have aluminum in the walls, in the roof. This cuts down on the amount of wood. Anytime you have less wood, less chance for rot. So walking down this trailer, the other thing I'll note for you right here is the power button for the stabilizer. So you've heard me saying before that the manual stabilizer jacks are a pain in the butt. In this one, you don't have to worry about that. There's a switch at all four corners so you can level the unit, and they're not only power, but they're standard. That includes the awning that's up above here. That's also a powered awning, and will cover this entire side of the trailer as well as both doors. So your main entry door is going to be at the rear, because this is the one that actually enters the kitchen. And once again, we've got these solid steps that are becoming more and more common. If this isn't on the trailer that you're looking at, keep looking, because these things are really, really awesome. So as we work our way around to the back, there's also 110-volt outlets here. You'll also notice the speakers up above, so you can set up an outdoor living area here and plug in various other things. Now, one of the things that's interesting on Shadow Cruiser is they've taken a lot of the hookups and put them at the back of the trailer rather than down the side. This gives you the option of when you're pulling into a campsite, you can pull in either direction, because now you're equal distance to where the various different hookups are. And you'll notice this is fairly common, but I love it that they've labeled it. It's cable, it's satellite, you've got both, and depending upon where you're going, you may have one, you may have the other. There's a single slide on this unit. It's large enough, and it contains the dinette and brings that out, and once we get inside, you'll see that it gives you a nice little salon area. Once again, as we go along, some of the more upgraded items are radial tires as well as aluminum forged wheels. This, again, one step up, as is a lot of the skirting, and these are all sort of rock guards in addition to that. So finally, the solar charge port. There's some panels up there, and if you wanted to add some additional freestanding panels, well, then you can feed your house batteries. So at the front, you've got not only marker lights, but lighting here that's going to help you hook up at night. We've got 2 propane tanks, which is going to give you a lot longer if you're out dry camping, in addition to which, that rock guard. And this is actually a nice plastic material, even though it looks like checker plate. So past that, let's get inside. So coming into the Shadow Cruiser, this is a rear kitchen unit that lends itself to a number of different things. One is you get way more counter space in this unit than you do in some other ones where the kitchen is off to the side, and as well as a lot of cupboard and counter space. Typically, we have the 3-burner range. This also has a very nice oven and the convection microwave up above. So this is actually for the kind of couple that likes to cook. So in addition to that, this is a rather large refrigerator. This is also just 12 volt. So it's going to work at any time. Doesn't necessarily need to run off propane. And it's off your batteries. And back here, sorry, were you going to say something?
I was going to say, don't forget about the pantry.
Ah, yes, okay, all right. But you'll also notice a couple of neat features, such as this pantry. This is something that you just generally don't find in a 25-foot trailer. I mean, there is a lot of nice storage in there. And for you and me, when I walk in, I like to hang my coat up as soon as I get inside. There's a nice row of hooks right as you enter this door. And here's the other thing. This is the reason this is a 2-door unit, because you're generally not going to have a lot of guests, and if you do, they will be sleeping back here. So by having that door up in your bedroom, you can actually get in and out of the trailer without having to essentially traipse through somebody else's sleeping space. So the other reason this is a couple's unit is the bathroom, and we'll show you that right now. So, you know, people's tastes in residential housing is the same as it is in trailers, and everybody wants big kitchens and they want big bathrooms, particularly the younger folks. So here you go. I mean, take a look at the size of this bathroom again, and we're in a 25-foot trailer. The other reason you can tell this isn't really set up for kids is that very shallow pan in the bottom of the shower. You're not going to be bathing little kids in there. So, but past that, once again, lots and lots of storage, very bright, very light, powered vent. This is a very nice bathroom. So one of the things that we wanted to show you, if we're talking about the little extras, is the televator. So Steve, follow me while I actuate this.
Okay, ready?
All right.
Televate.
Hey, this is stuff that I used to see on $100,000 motorhomes. So this is kind of cool. I mean, it's gimmicky, but the simple fact that you find this in this kind of unit gets the TV out of the way. The other thing too is that, yeah, then you're not blocking the window, but you've got something here that'll come up, goes back down. It's for fun. Let's go on up to the bedroom. One of the key features in any bedroom that I look at is I want to be able to walk down the side of the bed. You can do that here. This is a queen size. And once again, the little things, okay? Good hardware on these, and they're solid closing. You don't see any particle board in here, which is nice, and not a lot of staples. This stuff is screwed or glued. And the little extras are things like these lights, which is for reading purposes as opposed to just the plastic overheads. Again, something you don't find on cheaper trailers and things that you'd appreciate. Also, the solid door. Considering the size of this room, you're getting a solid door. In other words, you can keep yourself very separate from the people up front. And then also the cupboards. Once again, several drawers as well as the hanging cupboards. and also the hanging cupboards that take advantage of that curved nose, so you can get quite a bit in the way of be it shirts or pants or anything else that's hanging that you can get in there. So one of the things I got to mention about this particular unit is it comes with a cold weather package, because once again the manufacturers are recognizing that right now in the age of COVID, yeah, we're not going south, and guys want to extend their season here in Canada as long as they can, and that means that sure, there's a heater in here, but your heater's not much good if you don't have insulation. Furthermore, there's a complete enclosed underbelly here, which means that the tanks are heated. So when you're flushing the toilet, when you've got your water and you still are going down to minus whatever overnight, you're not going to freeze the water in those tanks. So this will give you, I'm not going to say 4 season, but you're going to get a good deep 3 season out of this unit. So gives you a whole different camping experience. So that brings us down to, what does it cost? Well, we borrowed this from Bella Vista RV in Oro Station, Ontario on Highway 11, and they're selling this unit today for $38,000 Canadian. And that's pretty much everything that you see here. That's one of the things I like about Shadow Cruiser. They put in quite a bit of content. Obviously you can add things if you like, but I haven't seen anything in here that I'm missing. So that's it for this review. If you like what you see, please come back to Truck King to see what we're testing next. And before you go, remember to go below. Please hit like, please hit subscribe, and we'll see you next time.